House open day at Bad Griesbach in Bavaria. This vehicle I have in front of me is the new Ti Plus, Van Ti Plus. It's on an MAN basis, and we'll now have a look inside it. Now this is a big occasion for me because this is the first time I have done a van using my Samsung S7 mobile phone with a gimbal, the DJI Osmo gimbal. Now unfortunately the angle isn't very wide, which might mean it's not entirely suitable for filming vans, but we'll try it anyway. Now in normal circumstances, in any case, a camera will heat up, particularly the mirrorless cameras. They heat up a lot, and so what I'm going to try now doing is this one and see how well it goes. Now the angle's not very wide, so don't worry, you need a wider angle lens. If you think I need a wider angle lens, please send me one and I shall be delighted to use it. And you know it's a Samsung S7, so you know what type of lens I actually require. Anyway, I'll show you another advantage as I'm coming through here of using this. See, it's really light, and in this arm here I normally hold my gimbal like this, you see. Oops. There you go, there's my gimbal being used. My right arm, I can't hold heavy things here. I've got carpal tunnel disorder. So anyway, that's a minute and a half, 2 minutes nearly, sorry, on information about the new camera. Okay, well, having said all that, let's start off by going up to the front of the van and seeing what's down here. Now, this vehicle is quite new. It's got an enormous lounge. Indeed, I would say it looks a bit more like a hobby van than a Knaus van. This starts off at 71,000, but this one here is going to cost 97,250. Why is it going to cost all that extra money? Well, it's got all these things down here. The most expensive of which is the four-wheel drive. That's going to cost 8,390 extra euros, and the next most expensive thing, it's a Van Ti Plus packet, Energy Plus packet. Well, I can't tell you what's in there because there's no way of knowing. Let's have a look at the cost. It's not the cost, the dimensions. It's 747 centimeters long. It's 205 wide internally, 196 internal height, 290 external height, 220 external width. Right, look up front down there. You've got the automatic gearbox I told you about, and most people want automatic gearboxes, so that's really what they ought to be done on. And I'm well aware that those of us who want a non-automatic are now very much in the minority, very much in the minority. Oops, I'm not quite used to how this thing works yet, but anyway, we've got a couple of cushions down here. I was wondering why they're there. I mean, the cleaning staff have got to put them somewhere, but where do they go? For example, one idea I have is that this down here will make an extra bed. Because let's face it, there's plenty of space for an extra bed down there if you put the table down. Indeed, you get rid of the bed at the back and just use that one up front. There's an idea. Right, I'll show you down here. Right, got your gas. Turn your gas off internally. You've got a sink. Sink's not particularly large. And it's still using these old camper van style plug holes. But yeah, I'd have to say there's quite a lot of space here for prep, isn't there, really? I'd say anyway. Don't know what you think, but it would seem that way to me. Let's have a look at one of these. Now, again, benefit from having a side in there. That's a great sized wardrobe there, or you can get clothing for a very long journey, I would hope. Yesterday I had to change my shirt 4 times. I was out cycling twice, then I had a formal dinner, and then I four in total. Oh yeah, sorry, and I walked into it, introduced myself, and then I went out for a walk. So yeah, 4 times I had to change my shirt. Right, so the advantage obviously of a side bed is that as you get older you probably would prefer it. Disadvantage is you're going to pay for it by not having a decent sized garage for bicycles. There's also a step down here. Now often these steps are put in because they've got the pipes and this type of thing are under it. You can see, for example, here with where the heating is. Now if we come back down here, it's going to be, this is a Knaus style shower. Obviously it's in the Knaus van, and you're not going to find a duck boat to fit that. And whereas it's great, the water is going to run off. There's 2 plug holes either side. That's great, but it's going to be wet, and so when you try to get into the toilet, that may be a bit of a problem. You can't actually look out the window as the toilet is in use, should you so want, but you can open the window after using the toilet or the shower if you use particularly hot water. So come out. I'll probably find out afterwards there's a way of getting a wide angle on this camera, but for me, I've got to say, this is absolutely great. It's so light. Things the battery doesn't hold up very long. Apparently you can charge the battery as you film. Only the part of the gimbal, I'll show you this. This part of the gimbal is where the battery gets charged from, so you can't. The fact that you can charge it is great, but there's nowhere for the cable to go. Right, so you might want to have a look at yourself in the mirror before you leave. You've got your electrics down there. I've got to point out as well that today it's outside, which is a great way of actually doing shooting, although in this case the lights were on internally. I'll turn them off. Oops, I turned something on. There we go. See, not necessary. Where's the light? Sorry. There we go. Right, here's the garage. See if it's open. Now, you've got space down here. Space under there, should you want to carry something long, for example skis or something. But unfortunately you're not going to be a bike in, unless the bike is a folding one. And in that case, that might well be possible. So let's walk around the side here. Well, I'll show you around here as well. So this is, I mean, it's a great open day with all of these vehicles here, and the setting with this hotel, and this is the thermal area, it's really quite superb. I'm going to try and film as many as I can. At the moment I'm the only person here, but that won't be the case for long. Right, so there's that Van Ti Plus. I'm going to show you this one here as well, which is slightly different, it's a different layout, slightly cheaper as well. But you can see this one in more detail later. I'll show you the garage first. Oh, that's a magnificent sized garage. Lots of space there. Coming around here. Oh look, somebody's left the camera there. Small table. You've got these joinable double beds at the back. You've got a very nice bathroom. Lounge though is much smaller than in the other vehicle. So, motorhomes are all about compromises. And the question is, what do you want to compromise on? Because let's face it, a van, which may be 7 meters long by 2 meters wide, is 14 square meters inside. And if you're used to a flat, which is say 50 square meters, or a house which may be 80 plus, then you clearly are not going to have the same amount of space. Right, so there's a VW T4 going past, and there's the Van Ti Plus on a MAN basis here in Bad Griesbach, and I am signing out.